Welcome to Grinda. My name is Jan. I'm the owner and the director of Grinda, and I have been here for 17 years now. A long history. Started with a small grocery store, and the concept nowadays it's open almost all year round. We have a hotel, we have cottages, youth hostel, we have a harbor, camping field, and it's a lot of people. This is one of the most visited islands in the whole archipelago. The size of the island, and the island is also a nature reservoir, which means that you can walk around and go for a swim wherever you like. It's from north till south, it's about 2 kilometers, and also from west to east. So it's a pretty small island. You can walk around it about 2 hours, and you have beautiful cliffs, beaches, forests and everything actually. 17 years ago I had the opportunity to take care of the house and start up the business like it is today. My idea was to find something for tourists coming from abroad, tourists from Sweden and so on. So that's why we built this concept a little bit for everyone. So we have now 3 concepts from accommodation. You can live in the hotel, you can live in a small cottage with your own kitchen, you can live in the hostel, and you can also bring your own tent. We have a lot of nice activities also, because not everyone wants to sleep and eat good. Some people want to exercise and do things also. And number one in the summertime, it's the swimming spots. It's the Stockholm #1 island for swimming. We have very nice beaches, cliffs, and then we also have kayaks. You can go for a kayak trip, a half day or 1 day. It's a very, very nice archipelago, and it's very easy for beginners also. So now we're on the peak of Grinda. It's about 200 meters over sea level, and it's a very nice walk up here. It takes about 10-15 minutes from the restaurant, and it's a good exercise. And you can see a lot of the middle part of the Stockholm archipelago. About transportation, of course you can go with a regular ferry as you did today, and then you can go with your own boat. You can also go by airplane and helicopter. And then also, if you just watch the other side, we have the mainland, so you can actually go by car from Stockholm. It's about a 45-minute drive. And we have direct boats directly from the mainland to Grinda, and it only takes like 10 minutes, and you have good parking facilities there too. The very nice restaurant up in the main building. We have a kitchen that it's mentioned in a lot of papers in Sweden and so on, and we have won awards for the food also during the years.
So we have this dish that's been on the menu now for 16 years, as long as the Grinda Värdshus been around as a restaurant and a hotel. And it's called Ingeborgs strömming, Ingeborgs herring. It's actually one of the original recipes from the owners of the house. Their cook was called Ingeborg in the 1905, 1907. And she had a recipe of herring where she used the same spices as we use, a lot of mustard powder, wheat flour, rye flour. So we made our own dish where we first dip it into rye flour and mustard powder, and then in beaten egg yolks and breadcrumbs, dried bread. And then we deep fry it, and then we serve it traditionally with a dill mayonnaise. So hopefully we're gonna see it later tonight in the kitchen. And then we try to keep the focus on traditional Swedish flavors. A lot of the herring, of course, but because that's something you traditionally done a lot in the archipelago. But then we absolutely try to keep the focus on the Swedish flavors. As I know Carlos, the Spanish head chef we have now, he really thinks it was a bit new for him when he came here last year, but now he understands all the flavors. A lot of sweet things, a lot of sour things. We mix the sweet and sour, a lot of salt. The salt goes back to the tradition of salting the food to keep it over the winter. We didn't have any fridges. So we do now, but